It has long been said that visiting New Orleans is like visiting a foreign country. Hailing from very close to there, I can attest that to be true, all the way down to the day-to-day way of life. In New Orleans, life and death are both celebrated on a daily basis. Those from the city eat to live and live to eat, and having an adult beverage before 5 p.m. is not only okay, it's expected. This place is perhaps as close to Paris, France as you could ever get in the States. So much so that it's still governed by Napoleonic law. Existing precariously several feet under sea level in places, the people of this region have long learned to live each day to its fullest and let the good times roll. Hurricane Katrina struck a heavy blow to the community down here, with countless Mopars waterlogged from the floods. Nevertheless, the ingrained never say give up resilience of the people of NOLA has resulted in the rebuilding of a thriving Mopar community. Every March, that community, in the form of the Big Easy Mopar Club, throw a party and invite everyone from abroad to be their personal guests to this city like no other. What we have going on here is not your stereotypical Mopar show. This is really just an excuse to get together for a good time that just so happens to have a Mopar show on the second day of the event. On day one, the club immerses everyone in the southern Louisiana culture. This year, with a graveyard tour, a riverboat cruise, and a visit to the New Orleans City Park and New Orleans Battlefield. The attractions may change every year, but the food and fun at the day's final destination do not. The first day always wraps up with a literal smorgasbord of all-you-can-eat Louisiana delicacies like etouffee, oysters, and shrimp. No one goes home hungry, and very few go home sober. Day 2 opens with the region's largest Mopar show, usually around 200 cars. The show remains steeped in classics, but as with most Mopar shows, there seem to be more and more modern Mopars joining the party.
Yep. Look at the float. That float too high.
Yeah,
gas?
Oh, that's gas.
Yeah. I got that float too high.
You was smoking.
Here's the thing, Charlie's head don't start making power and stuff. Most of these other guys, they shift it in. Like James said, we can bring it up to shift at 88, go through at 98.
On it.
Okay.
It's making a mess in my shop.
Right.
So I made me a hot rod brake bleeder.
Okay.
And it's an old B&M shifter. And then I put it on a piece of channel line. This channel line fits into my transmission jack.
Okay.
And whenever I want to bleed the brakes.
That's pretty cool. So for those that don't know, this is Mike Bush, and I've known Mike since I was freaking 18 years old. He was in our original Mopar club, and Mike is my go-to mechanic, and he's got stuff like this that you know, you can't find anywhere else for Mopar stuff. So that's crazy, Mike. So it works good?
Yes, it does. I did it because I didn't want to make a mess in the shop.
Yeah.
You know, and I would go to my neighbor's fence and I would have to hold it and push it up again. Or I could put it in a vise in my shop and make a mess in the shop.
Right.
I said, no, I can put this on the transmission jack and do it. And I finally got his son to stop. Got Kyle's car to stop.
Cool.
Yeah.
Here today with Charles from the Bomb Factory, and most of you guys know him from Big Easy Motors a couple years ago on TV. Tell me about this truck you brought today.
Well, I'll tell you about this truck. I love this thing. I've had it about 15 years. It's actually a Warlock from the factory with a factory sunroof. But when I got it, it was in pretty decrepit condition. So I kind of went through it to make it our shop truck about 12 years ago, and it's starting to get a little worn, but I kind of like the ratty muscle truck look. So I've spent the last 3 years going through this thing fully mechanically. It's got a 440 with the Dick Landy Industries blower, which is a little kind of a specialty piece you don't see much.
Where'd you find that at?
I bought a truck before Katrina with one on it, and I didn't know they existed. Right. It flooded in Katrina, so I said if I ever see one on eBay, I'll just grab it. And
you gotta have another one.
Yeah,
huh?
So I grabbed it off eBay. It sat on the shelf for a while. I got a Holley Super Sniper on there, which will handle the boost. You know, and it's basically a resto mod, even though it has an old motor. I have a vintage AC in there. I got the halo headlights on it, you know. This is my first reverse manual valve body vehicle, and I absolutely love it.
Well, the cool thing is you drive this every day, right?
I will,
Yeah.
once it's back on the road.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, this is a shop truck
Yeah.
and a daily driver, so that's why I put the AC in it. We rewired it all with Ron Francis, so everything works. Turn signals, the horn, everything.
It's ready to go.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
I found some really cool digital gauges from this company, New Digital Detroit, I think is their name.
Uh-huh.
They're like bomber style
Right.
gauges, and they're they're all digital, and that works really good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now I heard a rumor that you've got flamethrowers hooked up to the stacks.
I do. I've always wanted to do that, and the one that flooded in Katrina had it just about set up. So I've been waiting 17 years to do that. And last night, when I tried it for the first time with a crowd of people, it's exhilarating.
Yeah.
Everybody gets pumped up. It's like, it makes your caveman go, you know?
So not many people know this, but during Katrina, your shop was really kind of ground zero for that. How much water do you take on?
We had about 7 feet, and then it receded. We had about 3 feet for a week. I wasn't there, but we had about 13 Mopars in there. You guys featured us.
Yeah, they spread out across the country, and luckily they got put back together, a lot of them. And
I know.
So that's great to see.
I know. I sold my 67 Satellite to a guy. Well, I sold it back to the insurance company, and I got a call from a guy, and he's like, "Hey, man, I got your car." You know, it was really made me feel good that somebody took that thing and did something with it.
There were a couple of them in Chicago I just randomly ran into, which was cool. So it's cool. Yeah, these things never really die. You can always put them back together.
So you saw the Orange Demon?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, that was a great car. That was a great car.
My friend regrets selling that car.
Well, thanks for showing us the truck. We're looking forward to seeing it on the road.
Yeah, man.
While this show never produces the most cars, it never fails to showcase some great Mopars that you will seldom see at any other show. As well as modern Mopars go, the six-wheel Jeep Wrangler as well as this Charger were the standouts. Did I mention people down here like to have a good time? I can't say I've ever seen anyone just break out into dance at a Mopar show before. I've noticed a new trend in Mopar restorations emerging. Under-restored, and this 67 Cornet was a perfect example of that new trend. One of the other great things about this show is its diversity of vehicles, as demonstrated by this 48 Plymouth. The heart of the New Orleans Club is Paul Reynolds, prankster and longtime organizer of this show, who for the first time on this weekend wasn't present. His wife Cindy is battling leukemia, and both of them were effectively quarantined preceding her upcoming bone marrow transplant. If they couldn't come to the show was damn well going to go to them. So that afternoon, after the judging was done, everyone headed out on a cruise by their nearby house to show their love and support. It's hard to hold the camera.
It's all part of it. It's all part of it.
What makes this show truly unique is that after 2 long days of eating, drinking, touring, and showing, you will leave with many memories that you would have never expected to bring back from a Mopar show.
My name is Renato Belush. Now you ain't never heard of me, and I'm planning on keeping it that way. See, I got a letter of marque from a government in Cartagena that says I can steal things from the Spanish, provided I don't hurt nobody, and I bring the stuff to Cartagenas, put it with the Cartagenas. Well, the guy I'm working with, I know you heard of him, John McPhee, says, "Hey, Renato, that's too far. We'll just take it to New Orleans and sell it." I said, "Okay, well, what about the customs guy?" He said, "Who?" "Oh, you mean the guy at the tax? Don't worry about it." So we brought it to New Orleans, and everybody who's a big shot said, "Wait, we get stuff." Now, what do I bring? Whatever I find.
Other cemeteries, it's got 20 names on the front. When this is filled, they take this slab, put it on the side, and it's more names. You never have to go into the pit to get anybody out. I don't know anybody that'll go in that pit, okay, to get anybody out. So that's the tombs work. This is what they did. Let's walk on. Here's another one. the family tune of someone else. Older people are here. Now they're running out of space. They're going here and here, or either they'll go on the side of the tomb. How you build the tomb is left up to the family and the family tomb.
There shows you a house that has been boarded up. This is deliberate, all right? It's a recreation. In the back, you see the damage to the roof. And then this one is a diorama. You look in and you can see the inside of a flooded house.
And we serving today, we have roast beef po' boys. You've been with us before, you've had the roast beef po' boys. We've got roast beef po' boys. For those of you who abstain from meat on Fridays, y'all get up here in line first. There is shrimp po' boy. Also, we got a sauteed shrimp. So kind of if you let them people abstaining get over here, other side of the bricks is where we're gonna line up. Make a circle this way and get your sandwich. But if you have to have the shrimp, get in line first, okay? And they're gonna set you up. Those who don't know, Catholic religion is on Fridays you do not eat meat during the Lenten season, which we are in the middle of. Okay?
Right 25 years ago, another 25 married.
Those memories may change your perspective on how you live your life. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, and if you'd like to see more Mopar show covers like this, hit the subscribe to Mopar TV button. It's absolutely free. If you want to see more coverage of the Mopars on this video, make sure you have a subscription to the only Mopar magazine that matters, Mopar Collector's Guide. This has been Robert Wolf reporting from the center of the Mopar world, and until next month, I'll see you on the pages of MCG.